Hi, my name is Siri Hibbler. I'm the CEO and founder of the Garfield Park Chamber of Commerce, Cook County Black Chamber, and the Illinois Black Chamber of Commerce. I'm coming to you here from a community where I was born and raised. I'm extremely passionate about this community. Since 2017, when I launched the Garfield Park Chamber, I've been working closely with the residents in the community and the business owners to help to improve this community. One of the things that I know that was needed to improve this community was bringing commerce. That means bringing more entrepreneurs to the community, bringing more job opportunities to the community as well. So we launched the Rebirth of Garfield Park project because we noticed that we have no buildings for anyone to put a business, right? So we launched that, and we were able to raise $100 million for that project. The mayor of Chicago in 2019 and in 2018, when she came to a mayoral forum, she stated that she was going to help us with that project. She said that in front of over 200 Garfield Park residents in the media, that she would see to this getting done. However, when she became mayor, we received a letter, not just one letter, but two letters from her Department of Planning stating that the Garfield Park Chamber cannot purchase land on Madison Street or the adjacent streets around it. So therefore, we can't develop the project that we put together with the community and with the business owners here so that we can increase the wealth in this community. Right now, we're in a food desert. Aldi just closed. Now we have no food store, period, in Garfield Park. So what are we gonna do? So all this game playing, all these power plays has been going on, all the way to an SSA, which is a special service area. We decided to work with the property owners and the business owners right here in the Madison-Pulaski corridor to put together a special service area. We did that and got pre-approved by Department of Planning at the end of 2019. Even after they told me we couldn't purchase land, we still continued to do whatever we could to help this community. So what did we do? We got it pre-approved. They said, start your committee. We started everything. We started the committee, started working on the business plan, put money out there with project managers, did everything that we were supposed to do. Then the pandemic hit in 2020. When the pandemic hit, we still wanted to continue to put our business plan in there to meet the deadline for June 2020. But instead, we were told that we had to hold more meetings. We had already held 2 meetings before the pandemic that were super packed with business owners, packed with individuals, property owners. So everyone was excited about this SSA. And we even told the Alderman. I talked with the Alderman during the Poverty Summit, the Mayor's Poverty Summit in February. Told him that we were doing the SSA, wanted to get his blessing. He said it was great. He couldn't come to the meeting, but he would send someone. So he was well informed and he received invitations to the meetings all the time. So once the pandemic hit and the state was shut down, we received from the Department of Planning stating that the deadline had been removed. It's right here in these emails from Mark Roshan with Department of Planning, that the deadline had been moved and that we didn't have to rush. They was giving us an extension until 2021. We were quite excited about that because we know we had to get so many signatures from the community to make this happen, right? So we were really excited about that. They were working with us. All of a sudden, in August of 2020, I received a phone call. And now I realize that he called because he didn't want to put it in writing. I received a phone call from Mark Roshan telling us that they were withdrawing our application because the Alderman, Jason Irvin, in this community said he was going to veto the application, and they didn't want an unhappy alderman. And I said to him, well, didn't the mayor say that there was no aldermanic prerogative? Didn't she say that? Well, that doesn't matter. They don't want an unhappy alderman. So with that said, we didn't know what else to do at that point. So we kept reaching out to the alderman. He wasn't answering any emails, any phone calls. Not until we found out that in 2021, he had approached Westside Health Authority, a Black-owned organization, nonprofit, 501c3. This politician has approached them in Austin to do the same exact SSA that we proposed and got pre-approved for. And when we found that out, and we contacted his office to find out why did he do what he did to us, he finally gave us a phone call. And on that phone call, the only thing that he could tell me, which was his reason for saying he was going to veto our SSA, is that he heard something about me personally. He heard something about me. So I asked the alderman to expound on his hearsay, because I'm not a fourth grader. I don't listen to hearsay. I listen to facts. So he couldn't expound on it. He told me that you don't have to control the SSA. You can come and join us. So basically what I'm dealing with here is a power control. It's power and ego. The alderman wants to get control of this SSA. And it goes against the state regulations. It goes against his duties as an alderman with the Office of Inspector General. So he was basically saying this is his SSA. And he proved that this is his SSA with Westside Health Authority, because he's the one that walked down these streets, according to our business owners who contacted me and who I spoke with in person, said that he walked down the street telling them about this and getting them to sign papers. He contacted the property owners. So the alderman, Jason Irvin, has been all up and through this special service area. So because of that, we are calling on City Council to do the right thing, to investigate this SSA, to stop and cease and desist this SSA application with Westside Health Authority from going forward. I spoke to Westside Health Authority, to their founder, Ms. Reed. I spoke to their chief financial officer, her daughter. They stated that they didn't know anything about this SSA, were not even interested in Garfield Park until Jason Irvin approached them to do this. They were not aware that the Garfield Park Chamber had already been pre-approved for an SSA. So because they knew me personally for many years, they were gonna look into it. But however, as you can see, they're continuing to move forward. Why? Because it doesn't matter what's right or what's wrong. What's right is that they're gonna have access to millions of dollars, taxpayer dollars, in this community that they haven't done anything in, that they haven't been vetted in at all. The business owners were calling me saying, Siri, who is Westside Health Authority? They had never heard of them, because we are the ones that's been on the ground working with these communities, working with the residents, and so on. So we basically are here to talk about this, okay? We're basically here to talk about this and to make sure that this doesn't happen to other people, okay? We are here to make sure it doesn't happen to other people. We want the City Council to investigate this situation, to investigate not only them not allowing the Garfield Park Chamber to purchase land because they were doing a study, and we still haven't gotten anything about that study. What is this study about? It's been since 2019. There's nothing given to us about a study. So you're denying the Garfield Park Chamber to purchase land on Madison to develop. However, you have been given land out for free to people in other communities. So we're calling again, City Council, investigate, cease and desist this SSA, investigate the biased practices of Department of Planning, because we are continuing this fight. We are going to seek other counsel on this matter, and we don't want to come against the city with any type of legal situation. We don't want to take it there. But this is not something that can continue. No alderman should be allowed to go and pick and choose who he wants to do an SSA in this area and then take control of that SSA. Again, this is a state-ran program. There are guidelines and there are rules. And no 501c3 organization like Westside Health Authority supposed to have any type of affiliation with the politician. It goes against the tax-exempt status. So we are here now to call once again on City Council. Please investigate this situation. Please investigate this matter. Please cease and desist this SSA and find out the truth, what happened. We have the emails right here to prove that we were given an extension to 2021 to start in 2022. We have the email to prove when I stated to Mr. Mark Roshan that we still wanted to meet our deadline for the business plan in 2020 of June. He said there is no set deadline, so I had nothing to be concerned about. They were gonna push me up until 2021, push Garfield Park Chamber application, until we got that phone call stating that Jason Irvin pulled power with them and said he's going to veto the SSA. So that's why I'm here today, and I'm calling on every other resident that have been blocked every other business owner that has been blocked from doing what you want to do in this community because of aldermanic prerogative to come forward and not be afraid to talk. If we're going to enact change in this community, we need to do this by opening up our mouth and saying something to create change. We have to stop this. These aldermen are public servants. They are not our gods and guardians of this community. They are public servants. They are not here to tell who can do what and what can't be happening. They're here to do what you tell them to do as voters. They don't dictate this community. And that's why it looks the way it looks now, because of the dictatorship. We now are really in a food desert. Aldi just closed down the street. That was the only grocery store in this community. Now what are we gonna do? Instead of you fighting me, Alderman, on the SSA, where we're trying to beautify and do this community, and we're using our own money right now to do it, despite what they did to us. As you can see, our banners are up there for the business district behind us, okay? We are here still gonna beautify this community despite what they're doing. We need a grocery store. So stop fighting us on every little thing and try working with us, because we're not here to destroy Garfield Park. We're here to build Garfield Park up just like you claim you are. This SSA, we are coming against it. We will be down at the hearings. We will be bringing busloads of people with us to stop and cease and desist this SSA with Westside Health Authority. It was not done right. It was done with malice. It was done by power and ego, and it should be removed off the books and off the hearings.